welcome to this tutorial, how to build website using WordPress and Elementor. Can you comment if you are hearing my voice? Is my audio okay? Let me know, let me know. I want to welcome you today or tonight. I want to welcome you tonight to this night school, this night tutorial. Yes, very clear. Thank you so much. So I want to welcome everyone. Let me start by welcoming Ice Chooks. Ice Chooks. Yes, he's the first person that joined this stream. I want to welcome Adomabo Billy. Adomabo Billy, you're welcome. I want to welcome Uday Sunday. Yes, you're welcome. Uday Sunday, you're welcome. I welcome Nehemiah Joseph. Nehemiah Joseph, you are welcome. I also welcome Ibebu Ilo Helen. Ibebu Ilo Helen, you are welcome. You are welcome. I welcome Ibrahim Precious. Ibrahim Precious, you are welcome. I welcome Wanamma, you are welcome. You are welcome. Adewole Tolulope. Adewole Tolulope, you are welcome. You are welcome to this live stream. KCS, you are welcome. You are welcome. Welcome to this live streaming. We are live on YouTube to learn how to build website using WordPress and Elementor. I'm telling you, in these 3 days, you are going to be able to start building basic websites. Yes, you will know you will find your way around WordPress dashboard. You'll be able to design websites. So we're going to start tonight, and I will make everything so clear to you so that you'll be able to learn how to design websites using WordPress. WordPress it's a CMS, content management system. Content management system, very powerful and very popular. Then Elementor is a plugin, is a page builder plugin. So in other words, Elementor will be installed in WordPress. WordPress is the management system. Elementor is a plugin. So Elementor will be used to build custom websites on top of WordPress. That's what we are going to learn tonight, how to design a website using WordPress as a management system and Elementor as a page builder, building on top of WordPress. You're welcome today. Thank you so much. I welcome the counselors channel. The counselor channel, you are welcome. I welcome Lawrence Onyekachi. You are welcome. Now, let's go straight to the point. Let's go straight to the point. So I will start sharing my screen. I'll start sharing my screen right now. Yes, entire screen. Yes. Are you still hearing my voice, please? I want to know, now that I started sharing my screen, let me know if my audio is still clear. Emmanuel Obika, you are welcome. Emmanuel Obika, you are welcome. Is my audio still clear, please? Is my audio still clear? Please, let me know. Now that I'm sharing the screen, let me know if my audio is still clear. Thank you, thank you. Just tell me if the audio is still clear. Somebody tell me, please, very fast. Let me know. Yes, I can hear. Okay, loud and clear. Emmanuel Obika, thank you so much. Now, let's go straight. So the first thing we're going to learn is domain, then hosting. Then we're going to install WordPress. You see how WordPress is installed. You install WordPress. WordPress uses database. So you're going to install the database. You're going to add a user to that database. Very important, because WordPress website, it's a dynamic website. Dynamic website, it's a website that uses database. In other words, if you key in your content, then it will update. You key in your content from the back end, it will update in the front end. So all the content you are adding on your website will be stored in your database. So when somebody visits a website and clicks on this page, it will the system will fetch it from the database and display to the user. So it's a database driven website. WordPress it runs on a language called PHP. It runs on a language called PHP with another language also, MySQL, for the database. So we are going to install WordPress. It uses database, very important. Then after installing WordPress, we'll now go straight into the WordPress dashboard, where we'll now discover about WordPress themes. I will explain to you later what WordPress theme is all about. Then after that, we'll now look at the WordPress settings. That will be all for tonight. Then tomorrow, we go into plugins. Then we install Elementor plugin. Then and do one or two things. Then on the third day, being on Sunday, we are going to build a website, a 5-page website from scratch. You watch me. I will build a 5-page website from scratch. The homepage, the about us, the services, the contact us, and maybe another page also. So 5-page website. We'll build it on Sunday from scratch. So domain. So let me go to, I have an account already with namecheap.com. Namecheap.com. I have an account with them already. So I will just log in. I'll just sign in into my account. Now I have domains already. So, but there is this domain called boldtv.live. Boldtv.live. We'll be using it for this tutorial. We'll be using it for this tutorial. So I'm logged in. It's requesting for verification code. Let me get the verification code quickly from my email. It's requesting for verification code. Let me get it quickly. Yes. So we are logging into my hosting company dashboard. I'm using Namecheap. I'm using namecheap.com. So let me get the confirmation code they sent to my email. It's for security reasons. 428. So I'll now log in. So this is my dashboard. I have several domains. So if you want, you search for a domain here, then you pay for it. So I have this one already. So what I will now do is for me to now go to this the hosting, what we call cPanel. That's what we call cPanel. That is control panel. That is where your files are hosted. That's where your files are hosted in a control panel. That's where you can delete your files. So a hacker must not have access to your cPanel. Very dangerous. So let me log into my cPanel. So I will now show you how to install WordPress. Very important. So before then, I will simply go to WordPress.org. WordPress.org. I'll click on Get WordPress. It's free. WordPress is free and open source. So I'll click on Get WordPress, download and install, download WordPress 5.9.3. This is the version, the current version. I'll click on it. It will download. Let's just give it time. It's finished downloading. So I will come back here. So this is the cPanel. This is the cPanel. So I'll go to File Manager. File Manager. That's where all my files are stored and managed. File Manager. Then I will now, these are my domains. I will now locate that boldtv.live. Boldtv.live. If you visit boldtv.live, boldtv.live, you will discover that it's empty. It's empty. Nothing is there. This is what you see. Index off. Is empty. Nothing is there. Index off. So this is the directory is empty. This directory is empty. So what I will now do is that the WordPress file, the WordPress file that I downloaded from the WordPress.com, I'll upload it. So upload. I'll click upload. I'll select the file. Select file. So look at it here. So it will, this I'm uploading. I'm not installing yet. I'm not installing yet. I'm uploading. Let's give it time. I'm uploading to the file, the boldtv.live file, where all my file, the WordPress admin, the content folder, the plugins, everything will be stored. So I'm uploading it there. Yes. Let's just give it time. Let's give it time. Network can be crazy sometimes. Yes. Network can be crazy sometimes. So it's almost done. So we are about to install WordPress. To install WordPress. Right now, I'm at my hosting cPanel. My hosting cPanel. That's where I upload the WordPress file. That's where I also will, create database for the WordPress. My WordPress website. I will create database for it. I will show you step by step what to do. So it's almost finished. It's almost finished. It's almost finished. It's almost finished. So after that, we'll install WordPress. After installing WordPress, we'll now log in to the WordPress admin dashboard. Admin dashboard is the only place you as admin has access to. The users, the visitors, people coming to your website, they will see the front end. So there are two sides of a website, back end and front end. The back end is where you do the editing, where you do the settings, where you create content. The front end is where the user will now see the images, the videos, the content you've created. The person can only maybe watch your video, copy your image, copy your text, but cannot modify your text and cannot delete your image. If you want to modify your text, want to delete the image, you go back to the admin backend. So it's always secured. Nobody will know your password to your admin backend, because that is where you do your editing and modification. So it's almost through. An error occurred. So let me see if sometimes it will say like this, but it uploaded. I think network is trying to mess us up. So let me see. I didn't upload it earlier because I wanted to show you, how it's done. Please bear with me. Let's get it out of the way and go straight to the tutorials. I am promising you in 3 days, you should be able to design a WordPress website or to maintain or manage one. Yes, it's not rocket science. I will teach you everything I know about building website with WordPress. It's almost through. So we are uploading the WordPress. We got it from the WordPress website. On the WordPress website, WordPress.org. Now, you may have heard about WordPress.com and WordPress.org. WordPress.com is a kind of closed source. It's not an open source. So there you can get, let's say, www.alexozo.wordpress.com. So, but they can give you opportunity to have a customized domain, but you'll be limited. You cannot upload or install any plugin as you like. You are limited to certain modifications and settings. But WordPress.org is open source. It's your own. It's open. So you can do whatever you want to do with it. You can install any plugin you want. You can do any modification. You can do any setting. But WordPress.com, they limit you on what you can do there. So it's uploaded successfully. So if we reload this page, you will now see what we've uploaded. So what we're going to do is, we are going to extract, because it's zipped. It's zipped. As a matter of fact, you can only, or you want to upload more than one file, you have to zip the whole file and upload the zip. When after uploading, you unzip, you extract. You cannot upload a folder. You cannot upload a folder. If you want to upload a folder like this one, you must zip the folder and upload as a zip. Otherwise, you upload one after the other, which doesn't make sense. If you have, let's say, 100 files, that means you start clicking them one after the other. So if you want to upload them together, you zip all of them together. So we want to extract. So it will just extract. You say it's done. We now say close. You see what he has extracted. So we can now delete this zipped one. Delete. Now we now have WordPress as a folder. But what we want to achieve is not like this. Now, if you are to build a website, look at how it will look like. If you want to go like that, it will look like this. Because, so this is www.boldtv.live/WordPress. That means that domain, this domain slash this folder. So, but what we want to do is to have, when we visit the website, no, subdomain or folder will now get the content on this page. So what we now do is to open this folder. You see all the, the files. These are the files that make WordPress what it is. You should not delete any of them. These are the files that power WordPress. So they are very important. So what we're going to do is to select all. We select all. We will now say move. Click move. Now, look at it. Now it's asking us, should I move all these files to this folder called WordPress? We say no. We are trying to move everything out of the folder. So we delete the folder. We then say we want you to move all these files to this parent directly. That is boldtv.live directly. No subdomain, no folder. So we now say move files. Move files. Sorry. Move files. It hasn't moved. Yes. So the directory is now empty. So if we go back, so we delete that. This folder now is now empty. So we delete it. We don't need it again. We delete it. So this is now we have uploaded all the files needed. So this is the folder at WP admin, the back end, WP content, where all your content, video, images, text are stored. WP includes, these are the things, scripts that make WordPress to be WordPress. If you delete this folder now, it will not work. WordPress will stop working, or any of these. They are very important. Now, we go back here to the control panel and go to where we say MySQL database wizard. MySQL database wizard, in order for us to create database for our website. So I will select it. It will reload. Network, I'll just reload again. Yes. Now, what is name of your database? You give it a name. You know, it comes. This one comes by default when you are hosting account. It comes by default. So this name underscore whatever you are going to name your database. So everything will be your database name. So for the purpose of this, let's just name this thing. Let's say test 2022. Yes. Text 2022. Yes. You note it's case sensitive. Very important. Case sensitive. You cannot say text in capital and now write in small letter. No, it will not work. You now say next step. Next step is for you. Is the username. Who will be the admin? Who will be the username of the admin of the website we're about to set up? So it comes also with this default prefix. So we say, okay, user text 2022. Of course, you use something that is very strong that people cannot guess. If some people can guess your username and your database name and your password, they will hack your website. So look at, you have created a MariaDB MySQL database named this. So this is, we copy it. We come here and say DB equals to this. User, we have not created that. Password equals to, we've not created them. So we now create the user. Now we add the password. You give anything that is strong. So I've created. So I'll now say create user. So this is my user I have created. So user equals to this. Password, I will not tell you the password I created with, So what you now do is that you now check this mark, all privileges. It means that you are giving this user, because this is the admin, you are giving this user, the admin, all the privileges to alter, to create, to delete, to do all manner of, to select, to trigger, to update, to drop. You are giving him all the powers of the admin. So you now say make changes. So it's created. Now we'll now go back to MySQL databases. So here is where you now connect the database you created to the user name you created, so that both of them will be together. In other words, this you are saying this user start managing this database. So we will now come here and say, okay, add user to database. So we'll now select the user we created earlier. We created something like what is the name again? I think a test. Yes, look at it. So look at the user test 2022 to this database. You search for the database again. You search for the database again. Sorry, let me quickly get the database name. Okay, user. The database is, okay, test. Look at it here. So I now say add, so that both of them will be together. I have added. So we are done. We are done. So what we are going to do now is that if you come back here and now refresh this BoTV.live, it will now ask you, now we are noticing something, install WordPress, because you've uploaded all the WordPress files to this directory of BoTV.live. So you will now have to install it for you to continue. So the first one is select language. So we usually use English, United States. It say continue. It will now ask you, are you ready for this? If you are ready, make sure you have your database name, you have your database username, you have your database password, you have your database host, you have your table prefix. It says, let's go. I have all these. Now it will ask you, what is your WordPress database name? So I will now come here and copy this. I'll paste. It says, what is the username? I will come here and copy this. It will ask you, what is the password? Well, you see the password. So now the database host is a local host. Leave it like that. The table prefix is WP underscore. Just leave it like that and submit. Now let's purposely make a mistake. Maybe in the password, you will see what will happen. So let me just type anything and then say submit. It will throw error. It say error establishing a database connection, because all the details are not in line. So the database will not connect. So I will now say, okay, try again. So I will now put the correct password and submit. It will now say, all right, Sparky, you've made it through this part of the installation. WordPress can now communicate with your database. If you are ready, time now to run the installation. It will run the installation. Now, you now give your site a title. So let's say first website, username, let's say user 2022. These are very simple. You use a stronger one. It will suggest password for you. So you can say, okay, let me go with this one. You put your email. Then don't discourage search engine from indexing this site. Just run WordPress installation. It will load and install. So you now say, okay, success. The installation is done. He said, log in. Where are you logging to? To your dashboard. Admin's dashboard, the back end. The back end. So I will now say, okay, log in. And boom, this is the WordPress back end, the admin's back end. You see, it will not be that fine because it's not the front end. Front end will be fine, will look beautiful, will look creative, but the back end will just look like this. So these are, you can disable all these. These are kind of quick links. So you can click screen options and say and turn them off, so that this place will be a bit neater. The dashboard will be neater. So we've done the WordPress installation. We've done it now. WordPress theme. Now, if you go to the front end now of that bold tv.live, you discover it's no longer like it used to be. It now looks like a website kind of. So this is a link. This is a link. This is some text, some posts. This is the footer. So it's a website automatically now. So from your back end, you can now modify this. You can delete this, or you can edit it. You can do whatever you want to do. And after doing, you just click update or save. Then your visitors, your users, they will see everything from the front end. So we'll now go to WordPress themes. So tell me, I don't know if are you following? Are you following? Please let me know. Are you following? We just spent 36 minutes. Are you following? I want to see your reaction. I want to see your reaction. And I also encourage you to subscribe, to like, and to put your notification bell, please. So tell me, are you following? Are you following? Do you have any questions so far? Before we go ahead, do you have any questions so far? Do you have any questions so far? Let me know. Do you have any questions so far? Let me know. Do you have any questions so far? Let me know. Let me know. Yes. Any questions so far? Should I go ahead? Okay. So we'll go back to screen sharing. All right. So back to the dashboard. This is the dashboard. Look at it. Dashboard. Now, theme. WordPress theme. It's a kind of how you want your website to look like. There are different themes. You choose whichever one you like and start the customization. Typically, a theme doesn't matter, so to speak. With Elementor plugin, you can use any theme and do whatever you want to do, customize and build it. I will show you all this in the course of this training. So if you want to access the theme, but first let me run down the back end, the dashboard, so that you will let me run down the menu so that you will understand them one after the other. So this is written dashboard. Here we have home. If you click on it, you will come back here. That is the home. Yes. Then under home, you have updates. Update is where if a theme, if WordPress itself needs to be updated, or a plugin or a theme, these are the three things you can update. WordPress itself, the theme or the themes you've installed, maybe a new version is out, so there will be need for you to update. If you don't update, you are exposing your website to security risks, or there is a need to update a plugin. So this is where you get the information. So currently it's telling me that you have the latest version of WordPress. So I'm covered. Now, plugin, there is a plugin that needs to be updated. It's called Akismet Anti-Spam. This plugin, what it does is to help you to moderate spam on your maybe contact form, your comment forms, and all that. So I can easily say update plugins. It will reload and say purged all caches successfully. Akismet Anti-Spam updated successfully. So I'm done. So there is no longer a sign here telling me there is a need to update. Now, this is push. If you hover on it without clicking, it will bring out these 4 submenus. So number 1 is all post. What is post? Post is a dynamic content. So if you are doing blogging, this is where you create your content. So post is like news website or blog website. Post is usually dynamic. Like today, there is news about this. Tomorrow, there is another news about this. So the latest news will come up and kind of replace the old news. So the latest post will always be at the top, meaning that it is the latest post. So it's dynamic. It keeps changing. News changes all the time. It changes all the time. So here is where you create your posts. It's called either news, blogs, sermons, tutorials, whatever. But WordPress calls it posts. But you can call it anything. You can call it sermon. You can call it daily devotional. You can call it news. You can call it blog, as in the front end. So post. So if you click here, you see all the posts you've made on your website. Even if it's 1,000 posts, you see everything there, all posts. Now, if you want to create new one, you click on add new. If you click on it now, we'll come to that later, not today. If you click on add new, you add your title, you add the body of the content, you add image, and you click publish, and it will appear on the front end. So if you're a bit computer literate, you can manage WordPress website. Very easy. Now, categories. Categories is if you are creating posts, maybe you have on your website, you have posts on marriage, you have posts on technology, you have posts on media, on agriculture, on politics. So you have to categorize them. So you have to create a category called politics, a category called marriage, a category called technology. The same thing with tags. Tags, you can, okay, inside that category called technology, you can now have tags like web design, graphic design, metaverse, NFT, video editing. All these are tags under technology. Then we have media. If you hover on it, you have two submenus. Media is where everything you uploaded, images and video, are stored. Files, all the files you uploaded, PDF, images, videos, this is where they are stored. It's all media. So if you click, you see library, where you see everything you've uploaded. If you want to upload new one, you can come here and say add new. You can now upload images, videos, PDF files, and all that. Pages, if you hover, you see two submenus. We call all pages. Now, a page is not that dynamic. It's dynamic per se, because if you make changes from the back end, it will reflect immediately from the front end. But a page is not something you change every day. A page is not like blog or news. So if a page is used for like about us on your website, services, it may take like 5-10 years for about your company to change. So you create about this company for 1 year, for 2 years, you've not changed because you are still who you are. But your blog post, you can say we are running the same Christmas bonus. It will become a news. By February next year, that news has become stale. So there should be another news. That is why it's dynamic. But page can stay for 1 year, 2 years, 10 years without you modifying anything. So use it to create contact page, services, about us, team page, and all that. So if you click on all pages, you see all the pages on your website. If you click add new, you add new one, title and the content and images. Comments. This is where if you click on it, you see all the comments people have made on your website. You can delete a comment. You can ban a commenter. You can, approve a comment from this place. Appearance. Now, appearance is how your website looks like. That is why I told you a theme is what brings out the look of your website. So it's under appearance. So if you hover on appearance, you will see themes. Now we'll come back now because we are going to dwell on that for today. Now you have editor. This is on beta. If you click on it, you can. We'll get to that later. You can do some editing. But you can ignore that. Then plugins, that will be for tomorrow. Plugin, what is a plugin? Tomorrow, plugin is a piece of kind of, let me say, software that adds extra functionality to your website. For instance, if you want, when somebody comes to your website, something like snow will be falling, inside your website. Snow will be falling. How do you achieve that? You use a plugin. So you can get falling snow plugin and install, and snow will start falling inside the website. So he adds extra functionality to your website. That is why Elementor is a plugin. It adds extra functionality to WordPress as a software. So if you hover on it, you see two submenus. One is installed plugin. These are pretty simple English. So if you click on it, you see all the plugins you've installed. If you click on add new, then you'll be able to add plugin or install plugin to your website. So from this dashboard, you can install plugins. Most plugins are free. Even Elementor is free. WordPress is free. You just install and start designing your website. Then users. So like the user we created, if you click on all users, you see yourself as admin. The user you created, you see yourself. You'll be the only user. If you want to add other users, maybe you have editors. You have people creating content for you. Maybe it's a company's website, it's the assistant website. So you can create account for users, for editors. They can come in and do one or two things, but they will not have admin's power. You are the only person that would, as the administrator of the website. So you can even remove them, but they cannot remove you. And they cannot install a theme. They cannot install plugin except you make the person, you bring up the power of the person. But you can delete all of them if you want, because you are the admin. So you can add new person, new user. Then you can edit your profile of the users. You can add their pictures, add their phone numbers, their email addresses, a little bit about them. This is where you add this kind of profile. Then tools. These are things that, help WordPress. Also, you have available tools, have import. You can import another website into your WordPress website. You can export your website files and take it to another place. You can check the health of your site. You can export personal data of a user. You can erase personal data. Theme file editor, plugin file editor. Under these tools, a lot of things will be added as you are installing themes, plugins. Things will be added under this place. But for now, you don't have any business with all these for now. Settings, that will be for tomorrow. Also, you have general. These are where you do some specific and very important settings on your WordPress website. You have general, have writing, have reading, you have discussion. I will explain to you what all this means. You have media, you have permalinks, you have privacy, light speed, and all that. So you can collapse the menu, or you can bring them back. So back to theme. So when you hover on this, you click on themes. So these are the themes we have on this one. They have 3 themes installed. Now, if you hover on this, you discover you don't see activate on this one, because it's showing that this one is the one at work. Now, this one is not at work. This one is not at work. So these are called default WordPress themes. It's owned by the company that owns WordPress. So every year they release a theme and they name it. This one 2022, this one is 2020, this one is 2021. That's how they name their WordPress theme. So you can actually delete this one. The ones you are not using, you can delete them. So I click on this and now say delete. You say, are you sure? I say, okay, delete. Then I'm not using this one. I say theme details. You can either activate or live preview. I'll just delete. I'll click delete. Are you sure? I say yes. So I will now have this one. Now you cannot delete this one. You cannot delete it. If you want to delete this one, you have to install another one and activate that one. Once you activate another theme, you can now delete this one now, this 2022. So I don't like it, so I will now install another one. If you want to install another one, you come here and say add new. You click on it. Now, good thing about WordPress, it has millions of free themes that you can use. Millions of free themes that you can use. Now, this Elementor plugin that we're going to install tomorrow and we're going to use to design our website, they have their own theme and it's free. So what we are going to do is, and it's called Hello Elementor. Hello Elementor. Look at it here. So what I will now do, so these are themes. You can install any of these if you like. It doesn't really matter. You can even install another one and still Elementor will still work. So let me install this one by Elementor Company. So you click install, it will start loading, installing. It say installed. Now, after installing, you activate. If you didn't activate, it will be there, but it's not activated. This one is still being used. So I will now say activate. It will not activate. Now it's asking me to install Elementor, that both of them work hand in hand and both of them work very good, that is owned by the same company, but it will be tomorrow. So what I will now do, I'll click on this and answer, okay, delete. I will now delete it now. So I now have this one. I cannot delete this one. So this is the theme I've installed. If I go, so this will change. That's what I told you about theme. If you change the theme, your website will have some slight changes because it portrays the beauty of your website. So if I reload it now, it will change because I have installed another theme. So this is what we have now. This is a website. From here, we can now start adding content to the front page. So this is the front end. This is the back end. Yes. So I don't know. How are you following? Are you following, please? Are you following? This is getting interesting. Tell me if I'm not explaining it very clear. Let me know. Let me know. Maybe I'm not a good teacher. You need to tell me if I am trying to explain this. Are you following? Please tell me in the comment section. Tell me in the comment section. Please subscribe. Yes, subscribe. Like this video. Like this video, please. Like. I've subscribed to my channel. Are you following? Are you following, please? Is this clear enough? We want to call it a day today. Thank you so much. Yes. Okay. This Funke Abidemi Okikiolu. I'm with you, sir. Brilliant teaching. Thank you, Funke. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. I appreciate. Yes. So this is where we are today. This is the back end. So tomorrow we'll be looking at plugins and Elementor plugin and settings. Yes.